Naeem and Jose have GRI today, so they're not going to be here.
Have you talked to Monica?
Monica got in a car accident. I need to check on her.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. We're officially live. Good morning, Gracie.
Good morning.
All right, we're live on Facebook group. Whoever jumps on to Google Meet, I will present. Because you will need to know where we're at.
I don't have my computer, is that okay?
It's okay. Good morning, Eduardo. We will.
Good morning.
This is a little bit interactive because you guys would have been like ordering your classes, so just see me again afterwards. But at least you'll know how to access it. Okay. I'm just gonna start because we're already like 15 minutes late, and even though there's not a lot of people here, go ahead and roll. All right, so from your email, this is how you're gonna start your getting into your new training. So today is all about the new Google Classroom training. When you log into your email or your calendar or anything that's Google related, you know, your email related, you're gonna come up to these little 9 boxes here. So if everybody wants to follow along, you're welcome to follow along, or just take good notes or come back and check it later, okay? Because you can pause at each step. So first step is go to these little 9 little box circles here to reach your apps in Google from your email address. Then you're gonna see a bunch of your apps here. You're gonna scroll down until you find the one that says Classroom, and it may be at the very bottom. If you don't even see it there, you might have to do more. But if you can find it, it's called Google Classroom. It looks like a chalkboard with a little person on it. Click on that.
I'm a student.
Yes, and then you want to say that you're a student. And I'm about to, this is part of what we're going to do today. I'm going to assign all of our classrooms to you guys.
Like a class code?
Yes, I'm going to just assign everybody. So the first board is introduction and onboarding. Keep in mind that the training obviously is for everybody. So even when you're just joining our brokerage, you're going to jump into here. So right when you click on, we were at the classes dashboard, right when you click on a classroom, it takes you into the classroom. I'm going to click on people and add everybody who's here into the classroom, okay? Let's see, Nikki, Kelly, Emmy, Eduardo, Gracie. Yep, Gracie. All right. And if you haven't been added to the classroom, for those of you who are watching later, please email me. I'm going to try and get everybody added. But now that you've been added to the classroom, if you go back to your email, you should have an email from me that says Renee has invited you to join a class. Does everybody have that email?
Not yet. Oh.
I can get over here.
Yes, Google Apps works on your phone. Yeah.
Yes, I got it.
And then click that you're a student and join the class. Click that you're a student and join the class. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to what you guys are looking at, which is introduction and onboarding. You see a big green area right here. This is right away you land on the stream. You can ignore the stream because really this is just whatever's happening in the classroom, okay? And because we're not in an actual classroom, this is very much made for actual students in school. You can just kind of skip over the stream and go straight to class work. So everybody click on class work. Is everybody there? And then you're going to see all the different topics inside the classroom. So topics are also listed here on the side. You'll see all topics, and there's introduction, onboarding, and new agent. So this is just this introduction. If for whatever reason you get confused and you can't find this recording in Facebook, you can click here and watch this, you know, how to use Google Classroom video, okay? Then there's the onboarding topic. And so inside each topic, there's an assignment. So this topic, introduction, the only assignment is how to use Google Classroom. This topic, onboarding, there's the topic of our focus philosophy, our mission, and our core values, paperwork you're gonna have to do. And then you'll see some of these say, like this is agent bio and headshot, action required. So action required means that you have something to do. Obviously, many of you are already onboarded, but if you haven't sent me your bio and your headshot, I need it, okay? If you're waiting on headshots, don't worry about that part. And so you can see, like, when you click on each one of these, it's either a short video or a small bit of information for you guys. It's not like, I didn't write novels here. Everything is in bite-sized, easy to digest information. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of, obviously none of you guys are in this particular, you need to be in the class, but you're obviously all past this, but I wanted to show you just kind of how it worked. And then so when you click on something, if you want to, if you see that there's a bunch of stuff there, you can click on view assignment, and that'll take you into instructions. I'm sorry, I'm the class teacher, so it automatically takes me into student work. So if you click on, view more, it takes you into this instructions area, which is exactly what you saw in the little miniature bite of information. Sometimes it's a little bit longer and you actually do need to view the assignment. This is if you're gonna make a comment. I highly suggest you guys do not comment here, okay? It's not gonna break the system like it did in Facebook training, but I'm not gonna check this on a daily basis. So if you have a question, please just email me or text me or ask me a question, okay? All right, any other questions about how the classes work? Okay, so go back up to these top little 3 lines next to the title of the class you're in. And click on the first top one that says classes. That's gonna take you back to your classes. You should see a square box that says introduction and onboarding. Everybody see that? Awesome. I'm gonna go to board provided tools and I'm gonna add everybody who's here. Okay, you guys go ahead and go back to your email. And once you get the invite code, you should be able to join the class. Tell me when you have been able to get into the classwork of board provided tools. You're there? Okay. You're there? Okay.
I'm here.
Perfect. Okay. So I already kind of went through how it works. Stream, classroom, people, you guys aren't getting grades. But this is, that's how the class works. Okay, click on the main menu again and go back to classes.
Like what?
Classes. So you should now see, you guys probably see it this way.
Yeah.
Okay, grab your board provided tools class, so just click on it and grab it. Oops. And move it to the other side of introduction, okay? Because I want everybody's classes to be in the same order because they're very sequential, okay?
I think that's the only thing you can't do on the phone, just move things around.
Okay, well you can just go and order them when you
Yeah.
get a second. Okay.
Fine.
All right, I'm gonna run into SSR Tech Systems. I'm gonna try adding our all SSR and see if anybody gets this. Because if this invites everybody, I will be so happy. Because I won't have to type it. No, it doesn't. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to type everybody separate. All right. Y'all go ahead and accept the invite. So I told you this class is gonna be easy. It's not super fun, but I wanna make sure that everybody who's here is doing these steps. That way it's done and you can come back to training if you need to, or you don't have to. So go ahead and wait for your invite in your email. Click join. Once you're inside your class, let me know.
I am.
Awesome. All right, let's go back to the main menu in classes and put it in introduction, board, and then tech order.
Okay.
Good?
Mhm.
Fantastic. Okay. Database masterclass. So just like this is the database class, guys. So you can kind of see like this is the recorded training. These are some of the tools that you need. So you'll see inside of these classes, there's everything from resources to videos to photos. I just wanted to point that out to you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add everybody here. You should be getting an email from me. Go ahead and.
Classes you want us to do on our own?
Yeah, this is, so the training is all for you guys, it's self-paced, 100%. So most of you, I'm gonna be honest, don't need all of this, okay? So I would say most of you can skip, almost all of you can skip introduction and onboarding. I've already introduced you and all onboarded every single one of you. Board provided tools, almost all of you, if you haven't already joined your boards and stuff, you can skip this as well. SSR tech systems, if you guys forget how to submit a transaction in Back Agent, you might want to go through Back Agent training, but you could probably skip most of it. Database Mastermind, or Database Goldmine, which is the database master, how to master your database, this class we just added you to. If you missed our training, the classroom training, I would say it would be a great idea for you to go and watch this when you have time. So today's training isn't to go through every single step of the training, because this training by itself was an hour and a half long, so that doesn't make any sense. But if you need help, like if you notice I have no business right now, jump on database, watch the video, and then start kind of following the steps. Using your CRM, this goes back to, there's some of the videos are also in Playster class. When you go through board SSR tech systems, there's like a Playster class. There's actually a lot of Playster videos there. Top 50, create a task. Okay, so is everybody part of Database Master? Okay, so and then you should have introduction, board provided tools, SSR systems, and then database. Is that how everybody's is ordered now, besides Kelly?
Or SSR and that. I just listed everything, I guess, in this training
Yeah, it'll start like stacking.
school.
Yeah.
It's only 3.
I'm gonna jump really quick into SSR tech systems just so you guys can see, like there's Google Workspace. So everything that we need in Google and how to use them, like this would be good for Kelly to take on Google Meet, so you know how to jump on the Google Meet, and you can take it as many times as you want to or need to. The Facebook groups, how we interact there. Playster, this is everything from like what is Playster overview, setting up your website, editing your website, and like when I say everything you need, it's literally
Hi again.
step-by-step
Okay,
videos
so we
that
are
I've
going to be
made.
talking a little bit about Playster and just how to edit.
Okay, you can see this is a 13-minute video. They're not like, you don't have to spend an hour on this, but it may take you an hour when you pause and do. But you guys can see they're like very in-depth training here. Okay, let's go back to classes. And I'm gonna add you all to, okay, this is the residential buyer representation class. All right, go ahead and go back to your email, join the class. And I do want to go through this class because this one and seller rep are exactly the same. Well, not exactly, but they have very similar topics. So I want to go through it with you because these ones are a lot longer. So tell me when you're in the classroom and have touched on classwork.
I am.
Okay, perfect. So again, your topics are here: buyer consult, working with a buyer, and buyer contract to close. So if you see the buyer consult class, you can see there's there's 4 different assignments there, like preparing for the buyer consult. Like, what do I do to prepare myself to go to this meeting? And there's pieces of knowledge there. The paperwork, what paperwork do I need to have them sign? And this is a checklist that you guys could print and actually check off all your steps to make sure you're doing everything. The meeting, this is just like steps of what you should be talking about during the meeting. And then your follow-up email after a buyer consultation that you do. Okay, so let's assume that your buyer, you did all that, they said yes, they signed on the dotted line, now you're working with the buyer. So this introduction is just like, what working with a buyer means and some pro tips there. The focus philosophy, I keep touching on that because I want to make sure you guys are treating your clients right. Creating a search strip on MLS. If you don't know how to do that, there's tips and tricks right there. Scheduling on showing time in case you don't know how to do that. So again, you see how you can skip some of these because you already know how to do them. Showing homes. This even has a video on how to open the blue box. So I know, like Nikki showed Nicole the other day how to open the iBox. But if you guys forget how to do that, there's a video there. And I recorded this video back when everybody had to wear masks. So sorry, there's a mask. Writing an offer. So this goes through like an example contract with all the things you should be considering. Okay. Obviously, every question is not going to be answered here, but there will be a lot of questions answered, and you guys can still call me. Handling multiple offers. Sorry, what was that, Gracie?
I said there are a lot of things that you already.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some of you guys probably know most of this, but if you need to brush up, you can go through there. Remember, this is for everybody. Okay, this is another thing I want to show you. Buyer contract to close. It doesn't even show you all the assignments in here. You have to click on view more to get to everything. Okay, so buyer contract to close goes from everything of introducing you to the contract to close situation, and if you want to use that says TA, it should say TC. If you want to use a transaction coordinator and like the cost for that and how that can save you some time. Executing a contract, some people don't know what the word execution means, so it goes into that. Deliverables and money due, option and earnest money, how much the normal standard amount is, where you submit it to, working with title, the option period, scheduling your inspection, how to negotiate repairs and what that looks like, working with a lender, the appraisal process and what that means to your customer, what a final walkthrough should look like, closing day, what do you need to do to prepare yourself for closing day, and then how to keep your clients for life. How do you get them to keep referring to you year after year and coming back to you the next time they want to buy or sell? Cool? Okay, so that's your working buyer, residential buyer representation. All right, go back to classes and make sure you have this order. So it should be database master, then buyer representation.
Is this gonna be the final version of how they're supposed to be
Mhm.
stacked? Okay,
Yep.
I'll have it later.
Okay, so I'm going to add you guys to seller. I'm not going to go through all of this because it's very similar. You'll see the listing presentation, working with sellers, open houses. That's the only different thing is like, how do I run my open house? What should that look like if you guys don't know? And then contract to close. All right, let me add you all in here. Okay, go ahead and find your invite in your email. This is why I'm not adding other people, because you guys can see how all of a sudden you're gonna have a whole bunch of emails people may delete. Only adding you if you're here and learning. All right, tell me when you have gotten the class and you've entered the class. All right, click on the main menu, go to classes, and make sure you're in the right order. I will be adding to this.
All right, I'm in.
Awesome, thank you. I'll be adding to the training, guys. It's not all gonna be this basic. As we grow as a brokerage, we'll start to do more and more advanced, like database master. I only added that when we actually did the class here in person. So before, I just had, you know, these things and easy stuff. So just keep in mind that while it seems super tedious and easy right now, it won't always be that way. There'll be some times when even my most experienced agents will want to jump in and watch a training. I'm trying to think who else is here, Kelly. All right, there's another class called niches, however you guys pronounce it.
It's not snitches, is it?
It's not snitches get stitches, no. This, obviously, I don't have a whole bunch in it yet. These are sections I'm gonna start building out as we, you know, as I have more time. It took me months just to get all this information transferred over. All right, when you guys have entered the class and put it at the end, let me know when you're ready. We'll move on to safety.
Done.
All right, and then the last class is the safety class. There's not a lot in here. There's a topic called a message from your broker, which I kind of recorded in a hurry, so I'm probably gonna re-record that video, but you guys are welcome to watch it. But I felt like I stuttered a lot, so I was really like, I need to hurry up and get this done before Friday, and this was one of the last things I did. I think I did on Monday or Tuesday. But it's just about being safe. Eventually, I'll be getting other people to talk about like actual safety tips, like actual tips you guys could use, like a self-defense training that we'll also put in here. It'll probably be a live training that you guys could come to, but we'll record it and we'll be able to add it to our training. All right, click on main. Once you're in the class, click on main menu and make sure safety is at the end. Coming up, the next class that we'll be adding to this, the very next class that we'll be adding to this is going to be the mentorship program, and it'll go everything. Mostly be for new agents. It'll be new agent centered, like how do you work with your mentor? You know, why do you have to work with your mentor? Those kind of things. But I may eventually also add the training for becoming a mentor. So anybody who
I
was
was gonna ask you about that.
thinking about that, yeah, there's training that you'll have to take. Classes that you actually have to have certification, which is broker,
Yeah, let me look into that now.
I forget what the class is called. I don't know.
Responsibility.
Broker responsibility, yes. I totally went blank. Broker responsibility, and then it'll be our in-house training of what you need to know. And I'll probably have that live recorded and
That
then
other
thrown in
one
here.
is through,
You can get broker responsibility through CE Shop, CCAR, lots of title companies offer it. I actually have to take broker responsibility soon because it's been 2 years since I took it. So I'm gonna probably have all of my trainers or all of my mentors have the option of just taking the class that I take and see if I can get a discount since I bring a bunch of people. But in general, I think it's like anywhere from it's like a $50 class. It's not the cheapest class you can take.
I see two different kinds, a classroom or hybrid GRI through CCAI.
So brokerage, GRI brokerage, if anybody's taken their GRI, that is the equivalent to broker responsibility. So that you could take that one as well. But that class brokerage is like $250 or $300. So I would say find broker responsibility. It's going to be like $50 instead.
$275 for CCAR members, and for non-members, it's at $300.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. You guys have to have additional training if you want to be a mentor. Okay, any questions on what our training is supposed to look like? I told you, silly, easy class. I just wanted to introduce it to you guys and let you know how, how it's very much in sequential order. When I add you to a new class, I will tell you where that class needs to be added. Most likely it's going to go either, after seller representation or, but I'll tell you guys as I add them. I'll probably send a screenshot of my classes so you can see where it would fit in best. There will also eventually be a tab that's like office meetings tab where I take all of the classes that we've ever had, all of our family meetings, and they'll all just be like labeled in there so you guys have easy access to those, as well as any trainings that we take, like office trainings classroom that will just have a whole bunch of videos to all of our office trainings. This way it's a little bit easier to find because I know we record everything in Facebook group, but if you don't go back that week, it's basically gone, right? So, it's still there, but it's probably harder to find. Does anybody have questions on how we're doing training now?
No, I think it's easy.
Easy peasy.
Way better than Facebook.
It's way better. It's so much prettier. I'm really, really happy with it. I was like, Google Classroom is amazing.
It is.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to end this live video.